I'm testing the new equipment anyway. So
It's Raffaele, but I want to ask her how to pronounce it.
okay, we'll go there. We'll come there.
You'll come down there?
Yes. Yes. This is for the Hollywood Boulevard Digest, and please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Pamela Quincy, and I'm from Italy, and I'm here in New York tonight at Sky Room to represent Italian designers. We just had a beautiful fashion show.
What are you guys doing here? What kind of show are you having here?
So the show tonight was for designer Raffaella Micciche from Rome and her Amico Stena fashion line, accessories and dresses, and Alicia Fox accessories.
When people go home after this event, what kind of feelings would you like them to have?
I hope they will appreciate all the work that we put together to have a show, and also to like the designs, because those designers are very creative and everything is handmade and is one of a kind. So it's a lot of work and passion. So I hope they will love it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You did good.
Can we take a picture together?
We're doing an interview.
Okay, what is the context of the interview?
I'm gonna tell it to you.
You have to tell me all the questions in advance. No, I'm kidding. Okay, go ahead.
This is for the Hollywood Boulevard Digest. May I ask, what's your name?
David Berman.
David, what are you doing here?
Well, I was photographing the show tonight produced by Pamela Quincy.
Okay. When people go home after this event, what kind of feelings should they have, in your opinion?
I think they should feel just like this microphone, warm and fuzzy.
Thank you.
Sure.
Ready? Boulevard Digest. May I ask, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Nicole Schulteis.
Hi, Nicole. May I ask, what are you doing here?
I'm modeling tonight for Pamela Quincy.
When people go home from this event, what kind of feelings should they have, in your opinion?
I think they should feel creative and stimulated by some of her ideas, her fashion, accessories. She's got some really interesting ideas. She's from Rome, and I feel like she brings the art and the passion from her country to us in New York.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, this is for the Hollywood Bollywood Digest. May I ask, what's your name?
Leslie Flores.
Leslie, what are you doing here tonight?
I came here to support Pamela Quincy's fashion show. I am currently the Miss Ultra New York Fashion Week Model of the Year.
When people go home from this event, what kind of feelings should they feel?
They should feel great and wonderful. I support Pamela because she incorporates all sizes and all designs, and as a medium plus size model, which I'm plus size and fit, I actually can fit into her collection, and she's very, very, very knowledgeable and talented when it comes to her designs.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Yes. May I ask what's your name?
Sharina Delgado. Nice to meet you guys.
Why are you here? What are you doing here?
I'm actually modeling for Pamela Cuisini. Love her
Quincy.
line. Love her. Love her.
When people go home from this event, what kind of feeling should they have when they go home?
Astonishment or die. You should be excited. Like, you saw great gowns, great pieces, jewelry. Love it. You should have a great night.
Thank you. Food Digest. May I ask what's your name?
My name is Natalie.
Natalie, what are you doing here?
I'm a model, and since night I walk the runway for Miss Quincy.
When people go home from this event, what kind of feeling should they have, in your opinion?
They should be excited, feeling like, they came to the city, they watched an amazing fashion show with all these fabulous, beautiful models, makeup to kill, beauty to kill. It's just hot.
Thank you. May I ask what's your name?
My name is Siobhan Fenton.
Siobhan, what are you doing here?
I modeled today for Rafaela Michique.
When people go home from this event, what kind of feeling should they have, in your opinion?
They should feel very excited. They should feel that the collection was very romantic in style. They should really feel excited that they saw a really beautiful show from Italy. And Pamela Quincy did an amazing job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is for the AGTV. May I ask what's your name?
My name is Arthur Tison. I'm a photographer.
What are you doing here?
I'm photographing beautiful ladies.
When people go home from this event, what kind of feelings should they have, in your opinion?
I feel so triumphant because I love to take beautiful subjects, not only women, right? They have beautiful views and handsome boy like you.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I'm testing the new equipment anyway. So
It's Raffaele, but I want to ask her how to pronounce it.
okay, we'll go there.
You want to?
We'll come there.
You'll come down there.
Yes. Yes. This is for the Hollywood Boulevard Digest, and please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Pamela Quincy, and I'm from Italy, and I'm here in New York tonight at Sky Room to represent Italian designers. We just had a beautiful fashion show.
What are you guys doing here? What kind of show are you having here?
So the show tonight was for designer Raffaella Miciche from Rome and her Amico Stena fashion line, accessories and dresses, and Alicia Fox accessories.
When people go home after this event, what kind of feelings would you like them to have?
I hope they will appreciate all the work that we put together to have a show, and also
I'm testing the new equipment anyway. So
It's Raffaele, but I want to ask her how to pronounce it.
okay, we'll go there.
You want to?
We'll come there.
You'll come down there.
Yes. This is for the Hollywood Boulevard Digest, and please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Pamela Quincy, and I'm from Italy, and I'm here in New York tonight at Sky Room to represent Italian designers. We just had a beautiful fashion show.
What are you guys doing here? What kind of show are you having here?
So the show tonight was for designer Raffaella Miciche from Rome and her Amico Stena fashion line, accessories and dresses, and Alicia Fox accessories.
When people go home after this event, what kind of feelings would you like them to have?
I hope they will appreciate all the work that we put together to have a show, and also to like the designs, because those designers are very creative and everything is handmade and is one of a kind. So it's a lot of work and passion. So I hope they will love it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You did good.
Can we take a picture together?
We're doing an interview.
Okay, what is the context of the interview?
I'm gonna tell it to you.
You have to tell me all the questions in advance. No, I'm kidding. Okay, go ahead.
This is for the Hollywood Boulevard Digest. May I ask, what's your name?
David Berman.
David, what are you doing here?
Well, I was photographing the show tonight produced by Pamela Quincy.
Okay. When people go home after this event, what kind of feelings should they have, in your opinion?
I think they should feel just like this microphone, warm and fuzzy.
Thank you. It does.
Sure.
Ready? Boulevard Digest. May I ask, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Nicole Schulteis.
Hi, Nicole. May I ask, what are you doing here?
I'm modeling tonight for Pamela Quincy.
When people go home from this event, what kind of feelings should they have, in your opinion?
I think they should feel creative and stimulated by some of her ideas, her fashion, accessories. She's got some really interesting ideas. She's from Rome, and I feel like she brings the art and the passion from her country to us in New York.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, this is for the Hollywood Bollywood Digest. May I ask what's your name?
Leslie Flores.
Leslie, what are you doing here tonight?
L1 visa. Factory. Every policy you take as people understand the policy with respect to immigration, policy with respect to foreign policy with respect to Pakistan, because we are all still attached to India. The second is then on business side. 1 out of 7 is an entrepreneur. But when you look at these guys introducing card check legislation, turn everybody into unions, make every company bankrupt, all small businesses go out of business. That's the legislation proposed. You guys just, I'm sorry, there needs to be a turn of education. I really need to become a teacher, okay? Really needs to become a teacher. Here's what the Democrats did. We had $9 trillion of debt from the time US was formed to 2008, okay?
Thank you.
$9 trillion of debt. That is through how many wars? Revolutionary War, Civil War, then you have First World War, Second World War.
You want me to hold it or you hold it? Oh, I should hold it, sure.
That's better. Then I can concentrate. The first question is, when Trump will become a president in the United States, what kind of dog, breed of dog would you, do you think he should take in the White House?
What breed of dog? I don't know enough to.
What would you suggest?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you.
Okay, Putin today is in India, and he's making an art deal with India. What do you think Trump should do regarding this today's news?
You know, I honestly I don't know enough to comment about that news, but I know that President Trump will stand firmly with India, shoulder to shoulder, to strengthen the U.S.-India relationship and preserve India's right to protect itself along its border in the skirmishes with Pakistan, and to act preemptively to prevent terror from coming into the country.
When Trump becomes a president of the United States, what kind of industries do you think will thrive as a small business? What if I'm starting a new business, a small business, whether it's media or technology or real estate, what do you think will thrive under the Trump president?
Well, I think you could look forward to lower taxes for businesses, less government regulation, and repeal of Obamacare, which is the #1 thing that's hurting small business growth in the U.S.
One more question, the last one. When Trump becomes president, and what do you think he will do regarding the Ukraine and Russia conflict?
I don't know enough to just talk about that, but I believe he will stand for freedom and democracy all over the world.
Thank you so much.
Right. Okay. I've been taught, and of course, being a Hindu, I know Gita. Karmanyavadi karaste ma phaleshu kadachan ma karam phal hetu burmate sanghasatra karmani.
Once again.
Karmanyavadi karaste ma phaleshu kadachan ma karam phal hetu burmate sanghasatra karmani. That you have to do your duty regardless of what the end result is. You cannot greed for the fruits of your activities. Right now, the thing to do to save the world from an absolute disaster, to save United States from an absolute disaster going down the tube, United States under Hillary, sorry to say, will become the license Raj. It will go to 1950s and 1960s, where if license Raj continued, India will not have any phones. You'll still take 2 years to order a phone. That's what it's headed to.
Thank you so much, Shelly. All the best, and we are looking really. Thank you so much. And see, that's Shelly. Because Donald Trump ప్రస్తుతం ఇక్కడ హిందూస్ కి పరిచయం చేస్తుంటే డైరెక్ట్ గా కనెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు.
Number 2 after that.
Okay, you next one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on fire.
The man behind the Hindu Republican coalition who's going to have this mega rally here in New Jersey. Welcome to News Mobile.
Thank you.
So what do we expect out of this rally today?
Well, first of all, it will be the first time you have the candidate for president of the United States, first time in the history of the United States, India, Hindu world itself, Hindu civilization, coming to address the concerns, coming to address Hindu Americans, Indian Americans, 3 weeks prior to the election. That is a history in itself.
And that's credit goes to you. You've been working very hard for this.
Forget about that side over there. So,
But tell me, why do Indian Americans vote for Mr. Trump?
Oh, the policies, there is, you see, all conservative values Hindu Americans, Indian Americans have. Free enterprise, fiscal discipline, family values, and then really firm foreign policy. All those things are in line with Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the only guy, because he's a businessman, he's not tied into any lobbyists. So therefore, he could see the camel in the room and call the camel in the room.
And do you think that he's going to be very tough on terrorism from Pakistan?
That's the camel in the room.
Thank you, Mr. Kumar, and all the best for the rally. We look forward to seeing and hearing Mr. Trump in person.
Good.
From the New Jersey Exposition Center. See you soon.
Thank you. Okay, I need to go. Huh? Oh, got
వస్తూ మొత్తం ఇండియన్స్తో డైరెక్ట్గా మాట్లాడించే ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నారు బట్ వీ హ్యావ్ షెలీ హూ ఇస్ ఆర్గనైజింగ్ ద మెయిన్ పర్సన్ హాయ్ షెలీ హౌ ఆర్ యూ
Good, what are we doing now?
See, we want that Samskriti and that
Sanskrit. Gita Shlok,
Yes.
my family Shlok, okay, which all my children are required to recite and recite and recite.
Yeah.
Karmanye vadi karaste ma phaleshu kadachan ma karm phal hetu bhurmate sango asapta karmani.
Wow. I mean, could you just, why you're connecting to this main, event of Donald Trump? Is there any connection?
Because we have to do the right thing, okay? Just look at it. When Mahatma Gandhi initially fought for freedom, he was among a few men, but he did the right thing. Martin Luther King did the right thing. It may be a small group of people. They follow Gita, okay? Here, for Gita, world in so much trouble, okay? If you want to become United States to become a second world country, if you want the United States to become a slave to China, okay, then we should just keep our voice down. But I came to this country with the dream, with what the United States is. Like Reagan said, the city on a shining hill with opportunity for everybody, okay? That thing is disappearing. It's just gone away. So therefore, it's the moral duty of everybody, okay, to push for ideas which will make America strong again.
What Donald Trump says generally, about Indians.
Oh, he loves Indians. He loves Hindus. My very first meeting, he comes out and says over there, oh, they are very peace-loving people, very nice people.
Then why Indians are scaring, immigrants, he'll stop if he wins like that. Why they are talking like that?
You see, of course, a little politics, but he's not even that strong. The other side can actually come out and preach that, but that's really not that. You see, you should watch a video where he is on Senator Tim Scott's show, okay? He points out to a person who was an H1 or student visa holder. And see, the condition right now is you could get an F1, then you get an H1, and then after that you apply for a green card. Your green card is approved, but guess what? Your wait period is 50 years, 275 years. That's how long it takes. So one of these fellows, I don't want to wait 50 years, so he went back to India, created a great company, 5,000 employees. So Donald Trump, who everybody is viewing to be anti-immigrant, guess what he says? Watch the video. I'll tell you what he says. He says, are we crazy to let people like this go? These are amazing people, pointing specifically to the Indian immigrant. Okay? That should relieve any concerns on part of anybody. He is for skill-based immigration.
Not for illegal immigrants.
Not illegal, skill-based immigration. And we have to have borders, we have to have walls, we have to have extreme vetting, we need to protect the country. So it's not where we have ISIS declare. I mean, how crazy we could be. ISIS says we are going to infiltrate the Syrian refugees so they can come out and attack America. They've declared it openly, okay? And 3 or 4 they've already tried and caught. And here, policymakers on the other side, the wrong side here in the United States say, come on in, let's bring them more. Let them bring. Nonsense.
Maybe they are planning to give work, job, so that they can increase their...
all it needs is one guy with a dirty bomb. And then everybody will be crying. Blow up Schaumburg. Or blow up Chicago. Okay? Then everybody will be saying, oh my God, what happened? You didn't listen.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Shelly. We can understand that. That's a Republican action.
Can you hold it? Or with Josh TV?
But still, Indian ki eppudu supportive ga
I think I gotta go.
40 seconds. I'm not gonna be that
40
long.
seconds become 5 minutes. I'm seeing that all the time here. Adam, you bring the car. Huh? Pull it up here.
Can you please introduce yourself?
I'm Shalabh Shali Kumar.
What are we doing here?
I'm chairman of Republican Hindu Coalition. We are having a charity concert where the monies, all the ticket sales, okay? All ticket sales, every single dollar of the ticket sale is going to charity for victims of terror, primarily Hindu victims of terror. A large portion of that thing is going to go to Kashmiri Pandits and as well as to the Hindu victims of terror from West Bengal, from Bangladesh.
When people go home from this event, what kind of feelings should they have when they go home after this event?
Don't put that in the... Okay.
I'll remove that.
All right.
What kind of feelings should people have when they go home after this charity event? Feelings?
They'll get more educated on what Donald Trump is all about. There are a very large community here that is attending who is concerned about skilled-based immigration, okay? They have been stuck in a rut, in a bad situation for almost 15 years in the past. Nobody has solved their problem. This president, first 100 days, first 3 months, 6 months, that problem is solved.
Next question. Putin today is in India making art deal. What do you think Trump should do about this?
Say that again, I didn't get that.
The President Putin of Russia is in India today. What kind of action should Trump take or say regarding this, the today's news?
Look, this is he's a businessman. He's talked about that, and he doesn't know Putin really intimately. He said, oh, let's see if we can together fight ISIS. Fight. So there is no reaction on that. There's no issue with that. Okay, there's naturally India and U.S. have a very, very strong alliance. Very strong alliance. There will be a military alliance. Our goal is to make 21st to be an Indo-American century, where the 2 largest democracies in the earth, 2 most powerful economies on the earth. I hope to have India become the 2nd largest economy in the next 20 years or so. If our growth rate, India's growth rate goes double digit to like 12 to 15%. And at that point, these are the 2 largest economies in the world, most democratic economies in the world, and it will provide such a stability to the whole world, to make the whole world great again.
What do you think Trump's position is on in the Pakistani conflict?
Well, all I can say there is he loves Indians, he loves Hindus. He has made a statement to me and also in public that his statement he's made in a public release. Hindus have made a fantastic contribution to world civilization and American culture. That's his position on Hindus. Okay, so you get that very clearly. Then what he has also told me in person in several meetings that he loves Indian people. He loves Hindu people. He says very peaceful. Never has been any attack. No, they are really victims of terror, just like U.S. is. So his head is right there, and he does point out the other side.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I use it.
Who are you with even? Oh, Josh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Do I look at you? Yeah.
Would you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Anna Copperrood. I am the Director of Communications for the Republican Hindu Coalition.
What are we doing here today?
So we have an amazing event to benefit victims of Islamic terrorism, in particular the Kashmiri Pundits in Bangladesh. This is a charity event. We have thousands of people coming here. We have Bollywood stars. We have Indian media that have flown over specifically for this special day. And our keynote speaker is Donald Trump. Here to discuss U.S.-Indian relations, the war on terror, things that we all want, lower taxes, good family values, things like that.
When people go home from this event, what kind of feelings should they have?
It should be one of inspiration. I mean, this is a group of people getting together who are here to embrace the things that we all hold dear as a community. I am not Hindu, I am not Indian, but I absolutely believe in a united community that comes in and fights for what they believe in. As my work with the Republican Hindu Coalition, we're serving as a unique bridge between Indian Americans and Republican, in particular, lawmakers and leaders. And this event is for this charity event, but also this organization. It's to raise awareness for this effort to make a united voice of people who have things to say that are strong, that are loud, and that are making sure their voices are heard.
When Trump becomes president of the United States, what do you think, what kind of breed of dog he should take to the White House?
What kind of what?
Dog.
A dog, a breed of dog. Oh, well.
What do you think?
I have a black lab, so I think you should bring one. My dog is a hunting dog. She's a Labrador Retriever, so they're great. Labs are great for families and great dogs.
What do you think is the Trump position on the Indian-Pakistani conflict?
Well, we all know that foreign policy is a complicated area, and every country has its goals and priorities. Right now, especially with the conflict with Pakistan and the tenuous and complicated relationship back and forth, and when we're seeing both sides kind of arm up on both sides, and we're looking to see what happens next, we need our leaders in America and in other countries to step forward and say, look, we want these things resolved calmly, peacefully, but we need to know what is reality and not be afraid to take the measures that we need to solve the problem, but we want to do it in the best way possible.
President Putin of Russia is in India today, making arms deal with India. What do you think should be Trump's position on today's news?
Well, I am not following that particular meeting today, but we need to see what they say. I mean, it's what we do, and it's also what we say. So we need to see what both sides engage. There is a dialogue. There should always be a dialogue, no matter what side we're on, and we want to see what perspective they're taking. So let's see what happens.
When President Trump becomes the president, what kind of jobs do you think for small business will thrive, especially in the media arena? What do you think?
Well, one thing that I'm very interested in is the H-1B visa issue, and especially with my work here with the Republican Hindu Coalition. It's been very interesting for me to see how many people are affected by green cards or lack thereof, and the wait for H-1B visas. So especially as a businessman that he is, and the value that I'm certain that he places in the free flowing and legal back and forth as we need for green cards and working visas and all that, I think that he is a businessman who knows the value of having this legal process. I think he knows exactly what he's doing, and I find that very impressive, and I admire that in this candidate.
You have beautiful hair, you have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for the interview.
Awesome, thank you. Cool.
For me to
line, because they don't have bags. All cam operators.
Camera guys.
That's a media line. Keep reading.
Not much I know.
Yeah, the way you win.
I don't have one.
Kamha can come to join us and doing something. Yeah, both of them unforgettable for me. Beautiful.
आगा भाई आइए
The screens are fun.
This is a sign.
We're always together.
Okay. Ask, what's your name?
Priya.
I'm Shivani.
I'm Sonali. I'm Kavya.
I'm Ashma.
Why are you guys here?
We're here from Moksha Dance Academy to perform at the event.
Okay. When people will go home after this event, what kind of feelings should they have, in your opinion?
They should be happy to have seen us dance because I hope we did well. I mean, that would be nice.
Excitement, of course. And hopefully they have more pride for India.
Do you know that Trump is going to be here?
Yes.
Yeah. If he becomes the president of the United States, what do you think? What kind of dog he should take? What kind of breed of dog?
What kind
Breed of dog?
Breed of dog.
You
should get a
golden doodle. Oh, a golden doodle. Yeah.
Golden doodle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mahi.
What do you think is his opinion about the India-Pakistani conflict?
I don't answer political questions. we're not really. I'm not very. We're just here to support our dance academy.
Yeah. We're here to have fun.
Thank you.
I saw when you practice, pretty nice. Good job. Yeah, it's very colorful. If you can stand for a second, I'll take a nice picture.
Wait, you guys crowd so it looks like it's more of us.
Go next, whoever. Go.
Thank you. That's good. Perfect.
Are you a teacher? Mother? Mom? Email.
That's bad. Thank you.
Guys, go. On the left side, you see that the stability has been set up and then a block has been made. You can all see things out there. There's going to be some speeches, something will cover all that. And then at 5:30, you have to evacuate that area again. Then you can go back to the risers and stay there. Okay?
Security protocol number 2. Now, I've created with them. You guys can go back through here without metal detector. However, you have to remain in line of sight of the first security personnel. Which means if you go outside of this and they see that you've gone, and if you come back, you'll have to go back in the back. So don't leave this area. Okay? From this pole is your Lakshman Rekha. इसके बाहर मत जाइएगा.
Okay, thank you.
आप तो राम कर रहे हैं.
मैं तो रावण हूँ यार.
उधर क्यों
He said Lakshman Rekha. You don't it's some kind of historical. Can't cross the line. Safety line. He said that police.
Everybody's waiting for this stuff right now.
Kalyan? Kalyan? Kalyan is from Hyderabad. So he's the local here now. So he's from last 3 years. Since 3 years he's here, right? So are you a local here now? Or still in Hyderabad?
Elections only, but later we decide.
चलो जल्दी करो भैया जल्दी चलो छेती छेती लगाओ पानी से खाओ चलो जल्दी करो ना भाई let's go एक और बात कहाँ पे एक और ऐसा hey we have this great
Mahendra Mishra. He was earlier with Ashtak.
अंदर की నువ్వే పడతావు అందరిని బ్లాక్ చేస్తున్నావు
మీరు అక్కడికి వెళ్ళలేదు
Media bike.
One One bite.
Akhil, please. Yeah. Hi. Whose car is this? ये किसका गाड़ी है? Kalyan? No. You want to ask something? No?
Do you missing Sharon? I think he supposed to there.
Yes?
Thank you.
And here, yes, RHC మనకి నిర్వహిస్తున్న స్పెషల్ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఇవ్వడానికి అఖిల్ దీనిని వినిపించేశారు సార్ మనం మాట్లాడదాం. హాయ్, ఎలా ఉన్నారు మీరు? హాయ్. See, మీరు యూఎస్ఏలో పర్ఫార్మ్ చేయడం I think I mean, ఎలా అనుకోవాలి ఇది చారిటీ కాన్సెప్ట్ ద్వారా లేకపోతే రిపబ్లికన్ పార్టీ సపోర్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు? మీ ఫ్యామిలీ మొత్తం సెలబ్రేషన్స్లో ఉంది. పక్కా మేము పెళ్లి కబుర్లు వింటున్నాం, పక్కా మంచి మ్యూజిక్ హిట్ అయింది. ఇంకా ఏ హ్యాపీనెస్ చేయొచ్చు అంటారు? Okay, and ఏ సాంగ్స్ మీరు పర్ఫార్మ్ చేయాలి? Is that release or not? Thank you so much. Enjoy. Thank you. That's
Can you hear? Thank you.
Camera, video. Waiting inside, please. Inside. Inside. All the guests are here. Interviews are starting, guys. Videos.
One more. Thank you.
Thank you for all your love and just yes. Excited. I was here next door. A lot of time I feel it's a dream which I'm living. But it's a dream, it's beautiful. Can you people start with you, please? I'm excited. It's a we're raising funds for people with different categories. And a lot of families reflected in the and coming together. There's a lot of
Alright, any more people submit, please? Well, I was just in the beginning. I tried to be
Anna, smile.
Alright, any more time in these?
No, she has to go. She has to go. That's all right. Yeah, she goes.
Here we go. Anna, please down. One, please stand. It's her call, otherwise
We're done. The red carpet is over.
Stop taking videos, start taking pictures. Just start taking pictures? I want you to take only pictures.
I want to upload the video and it will stand.
You are losing your time.
Is Yashwant from Hindustan Times here? Yashwant Raj. Yashwant Raj from Hindustan Times. Is he here? Huh? Then here you get him, otherwise he's going to lose his part very quickly. Yeah. Sophie, come please. So as I have told you, you saw a little bit about the RHC introduction, Republican Hindu Coalition. It was launched last November with the blessing of the entire party. Our leaders of the US Parliament, as far as Indian press is concerned, they were all present there. Please shut it down. So here we have a Bollywood program, entertainment program, as well as a keynote speaker. But the primary purpose of this Bollywood and Tollywood entertainment program is to provide you entertainment, at the same time raise funds. Like I said before, every single dollar of ticket sales, sponsor sales, and membership also during this period goes towards charity, which is the charity for victims of terror all over the world, particularly Kashmiri Pandits, as well as Hindus from Bangladesh that have been prosecuted and sent here. So I will open it up to questions from the press. Please limit your questions, otherwise we'll cut you off. I'll act as the moderator. Questions are limited only to the charity concert. Go ahead. Anybody has any questions? Actually, if you want to move, the press wants to move over here, you can move up here. Okay? The press wants to come up here. For this portion, you can come up here. Anybody has any questions or no questions? You want to ask any
question is for who? Okay. Forget this. This is not for. This is a question for this concert, which is for raising funds for this charity. So this question is not allowed at this moment. This is to dealing with. This is not politics. This is not policy. This is for raising funds for victims of terror. So if you have a question with respect to that, feel free to ask that. Otherwise, you're not getting a question. The victims of terror are all victims of terror, including Muslims. There are actually more Muslim victims of terror than other faiths. So when I say is humanity united against terror, victims of terror. So whether it's in San Bernardino, here in the United States, whether it's Orlando, whether it's France, whether it's Germany, whether it's UK, or whether in Hindu, we are bringing, in India, we are bringing to light the condition of the Kashmiri Pandits that have been forgotten for the last 26 years. And we unfortunately could run the Anupam Kher video, a very emotional, what happened 25 years, an emotional transcript of what went on 26 years ago when Islamic terrorists just stormed the whole state and killed thousands and thousands of Kashmiri Pandits, particularly picked them up and then made 500,000 Kashmiri Pandits. By the way, I'm not a Kashmiri Pandit. I'm from Punjab, but I do make a point of that. That 500,000 Kashmiri Pandits were made homeless. People talk about the Jewish Holocaust. This was, after independence, the biggest Holocaust that took place in India.
Hi, good evening.
That's a political statement here. Let's talk about.
I'm proud of Indian Army, Navy, Air Force, and I think they deserve a lot of respect. I respect them. We are safe in our country because of them. I give them all my support. My own brother, one of them is in the Army, another one is in the Navy. And I know what it takes to send someone from your family to fight for your country. So yeah, I respect them. Thank you.
Future plans of RSC. RSC was created to provide a single unified platform for Hindu Americans to have a respected voice in the policy-making tables of United States, India, as well as the whole world. So what we have been able to accomplish in a very short period of time, there have been affiliated organizations, but this organization was launched in November of 2015, so almost a year ago. And within that 1 year, what we have been able to accomplish is remarkable. That's why Speaker Newt Gingrich calls the formation of Republican Hindu Coalition to be a historical event. We were able to stop the gift of $856 million of taxpayer-paid nuclear-capable F-16s to Pakistan. That was his first engagement of RSC. Then, to raise the platform of Hindu Americans, and by the way, I always should add, particularly I'm going to add here as well, Hindu is not a religion. Hinduism is a way of life. You could be an atheist and still be a Hindu. So therefore, it's a very inclusive and patient way of life rather than a religion. So we were able to have a platform where we are here really sitting at the cusp of history, first time in the history of United States, first time in the history of India, British India, Mughal India, Hindu civilization, that you have a candidate for the president of the United States, the most powerful position on the face of this earth, coming to a Hindu event 3 weeks prior to the election. He's just about to arrive here. So that itself is a remarkable event. I would point out in that respect, this is really a Hindu situation. If there was a Democrat candidate for President of the United States was wanting to come under a little different banner with Hindu Americans, that'd be great as well. So here, this is the future of RSC again is to provide that platform.
Please be ready like around 7 o'clock. When you come around, you have to come behind the stage. Okay?
Yes.
Around 7 o'clock, be
Yes.
available to me where Trump is coming for picture. Okay?
Yes.
Just added you got your name added. See the stage. If you are facing the stage, it is on the right hand side.
That mechanism is still to be worked out because it's a lot of hard-earned ticket sales. So we want to make sure it's going correctly. We are in consultation with Government of India. We are in consultation with other places. We are in consultation with your Anupam Kher, who's a big part of it. Because I understand that particularly in India, I hate to say that, but particularly in India, not all the charities will be trusted. So we got to make sure that everything goes right. Pardon me? 100 ticket sales is all, not just ticket sales, let me repeat, all costs of everything, this carpet here, light here, all the costs that are borne by the founders of the RSC, primarily the Kumar family, and all the ticket sales, all the sponsorships, all the memberships during this period, they all go to the victims of terror. Half of it goes to Kashmiri Pandits and Hindu victims in West Bengal. Go ahead. Please.
I think the gentleman has made himself very clear about the questions that can be asked or cannot be asked, or can be answered or cannot be answered. So I think we should stick to that line of questioning and answering. So I'm just happy that we could meet for this event tonight, which raises funds for a very, very fantastic cause, which we have spoken at length. And I think on each one's behalf, I think we're all very happy and proud to be part of tonight. And we look forward to really enjoying it. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for giving us such a warm welcome here. Thank you so much, Shanamji, for having us and for all your hospitality. Well, you know, actually that's something that I would absolutely love to do and come up with an anthem. And when I was 17, I wrote a song called Jio Is Tarha under my mentor Bidu, who of course came up with all the albums for Nazia Hassan and Alisha Chennai. I was 17 when I wrote the song Jio Is Tarha. And it actually spoke exactly about this. It spoke about us all living together, living in peace, thinking as one. That was something I wrote then. So yes, you're absolutely right. As a singer, that's my duty, and it's something I will work towards very diligently by the end of the year. Yes, sir?
Sorry.
maybe I get to sing the show. Thank you.
Vikram and Pooja, please come up here. Let me introduce you to this section of the press. My son, who is now the president and CEO of ABG Automation, and he's running the affairs, allowing me to do some of the things which I like to do. Along with him is his wife, who's ready to watch on the video. She was Miss India 2007, and she also, her passion is she's going to become a doctor, or she already is a doctor. I think this is a dermatologist, and originally from New Zealand, and that itself is quite an interesting story. Bittu has to respond to that. We will probably you'll be watching a movie in a couple of years, which is based upon their lives, because a lot of people ask the question, how does a boy living in Chicago marry Miss India living in New Zealand? So here they are. They could answer any question for you. That's a presidential candidate. You can answer that question. It's really not a political question. It's a general question. How do you convince the a candidate for president? You want to tackle that, Vikram, or should I? Go ahead.
Would you like a microphone instead? Okay. So, the reason why Mr. Trump, I believe, is coming in here today is he wants to see Indian Americans united together. It's the first time in history, actually, a presidential candidate is addressing Indian battles against terrorism, particularly for us as Indo-Americans and Indian Americans. We've shown our strength in numbers, in donations, of course, but I believe he really supports the Indian community. He has strong beliefs to make the U.S. and India two largest.
The thing is, I haven't, my office is so close by that I usually just go to the office and do it.
Otherwise, I can just send if somebody's coming to walk.
No, now nobody comes. But let me just
Thank you so much.
I could add a lot, probably another half an hour to that question if you want, but I'll give you a short answer to this. Okay, Republican Hindu Coalition is formed patterned after Republican Jewish Coalition. In fact, the idea of this came from Republican Jewish Coalition and how they're united and what kind of a strength do they have. And there are, if you look at the demographics of Hindu Americans versus the demographics of Jewish Americans, there is not that much difference. Jewish Americans are 5 to 6 million people in United States. Hindu Americans are almost 4.2 million Hindu Americans in the United States, not just from India. There are Hindu Americans from all over the world. That is from Fiji, from Australia, from Europe, from Africa, from Bangladesh, from Nepal, from all different, from Caribbean. So there are different parts of the world where the Hindus are from. We have 4.2 million Hindu Americans in the country. So if we follow the pattern, that's what we did. We follow the pattern of Republican Jewish Coalition, and when we stand united and put up a platform like this, that attracts the politicians, that attracts, this is a major victory that we have a candidate for the president of the country come out here, but they're seeing our strength. That's the answer. Hey, Manasvi, you ran away. Where are you? I'd like to, in a way, introduce to you also my goddaughter, Manasvi. We met, a year and a half, 2 years ago, in a way, but we did a video together. We did a video together by Dalir Mehndi, has not been released yet, and she played the role of my daughter in that video, and we got really very, very well connected. To the point sometimes we talk to each other 6 times a day, and so she's my favorite daughter. And about 6 months ago, I don't think she knew a whole lot about politics, but I think she's now okay.
So I just have to say this. So everybody, we all think about ourselves and what we want to do and achieve in life. When you ask SK what do you want to do in life, he says, I want to strengthen the relations between India and America. So the thing is, he's always thinking about the country, he's always thinking about others. And it's great that we all, and I thank all the stars, all the actors, and Mr. Trump. They've taken out time and they've come here to raise funds. And it's an incredibly beautiful show and thank you.
Okay, that's all. We need to get moving now. Thank you.
Did you modify it?
Ladies and gentlemen, our next performer is nothing less from London, England. Please welcome on stage, Signature!
It's like, it's good for me. Like, I'm my own. Oh, yeah. That's a little beat up. No, but I have one, but I need the small legible. I got that like 5 years ago. It was awesome. I had a like the dude like some it's like good for a time. Like, just the rest of it. Hey, the fucking kid. No, I know. I got my big ballroom arms and I go to the stage and get my if they're heavy, it's like I don't like
Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to clear the green carpeted area. I need you to head to the red carpeted area outside.
Are you guys done? Are you all? Are you guys done?
Trump could use all the media he can get.
Did you enjoy that? I said, did you enjoy that? So good. Listen, turn it down to a little bit more. Open it up, Willie!
Can you do 40 seconds interview? 40 seconds interview. Hold it. May I ask, what's your name? Could you introduce it? What are you doing here?
I'm an actor.
Wait. When people go home from this event, what kind of feelings should they have?
A lot of patriotism, a lot of humanity, a global awareness of community. As an actor.
And I just want to say, we were just passing through. We were literally just passing through. We seem to have our costumes. You had a broom with you, didn't you? And then they wanted to come up on stage and clean up because apparently the act before us was very messy. So I hope we did a good job. Did you enjoy it, Paul? You just did? Yeah, we did time. We're very happy, very happy. We thought we must have. A quick note. I just want to say, look, yes, we are an act that blends two different cultures together, being the Eastern and the Western culture. And there is a little message behind what we do. And I think that's very poignant for an event like tonight. The message simply is this. If you all work together with a common purpose, right, with a positive attitude, in order to make things better, guess what? The result will be better. Okay? And by you guys simply coming out tonight, you guys are the real stars of the evening. You've all purchased a ticket, and in doing so, you've raised so much money for this wonderful charity. So, on behalf of Signature, on behalf of all the organisers, we want to say thank you very much. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. You being the stars, I would love to come down and take a picture with every single one of you guys and have an autograph. But that's just not going to happen. So, look, we've got another couple of amazing acts coming on. The evening is just beginning, correct? Yeah, the evening is just beginning. Please stick around. We have an amazing speaker coming up here as well, which I don't need to introduce. You know exactly who that gentleman is. We're all looking forward to this. Sit back, enjoy it. Thank you very much and have a good evening. Thank you. Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the stage, the Moksha Dance Academy. They invite you to come and learn dance from them. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the show is now starting, and we request all of you to give a very big round of applause to a special performance made especially for tonight. Please put your hands together for this very special dance group.
Who are you?
He's hard.
I'm here. Where are you on?
No video, only one clip. Come. They want only pictures.
About strong military, but I had a theme, and the theme was very simple, and the theme has resonated all over the world, and the theme is, just like on those hats, make America great again, and that's what we're going to do. I want to thank you all for being here. This is a great honor to have this kind of a crowd. Thank you very much, and thank you, sir. Thank you. We love the Hindus. We love India. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
yourself, please.
My name is Madhu Singh.
Why did you come here today?
I heard there was free food.
When people go home after this event, what kind of feelings should they have?
Everybody should have a positive view, whether Donald Trump gets elected or Hillary Clinton. The main thing you have to focus on is to make America a better place and a beautiful place.
When he becomes a president, what kind of dog do you think he should get? What kind of dog? Labrador, poodle? What kind of dog do you think should be in the White House? Trump.
Oh. I think he'll probably get a poodle. Probably suit his personality.
What do you think is Trump's position on the conflict between India and Pakistan? What do you think?
No comment. No, I don't know. See, I don't believe in politics. It's a very funny thing. My personal view is let's all live together in peace and harmony, and let's work together to make this world a better place.
The president of Russia, Putin, today is in India making an arms deal. What do you think of that?
Not a good thing. No. We should live together, whether it's India, Pakistan, whoever. We all should live together as one.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a special guest for tonight, the multi-talented beauty, popular VJ, singer, performer, the supremely energetic Sophie Chaudhary.
Good evening. Good evening, USA. How you guys doing tonight? Hola, namaste, sat sri akal, guten tag, all of that. You're wondering why I'm showing off my skill in various languages. Because the thing is, regardless of language, the one thing that binds us all, the one thing that we're all here, is our fight against terrorism. That's why we're all here, regardless of this crazy world that we live in, where we have so many cultural differences, religious differences. The one thing that binds us is that we all want to fight terrorism, because it's something that affects us all so directly, so deeply. For you guys right here in your beautiful city, New York. For me, in my city, Mumbai, London, France, Spain, Turkey, wherever we go, we are all the RHC for putting together this fantastic event, for inviting all the performers and for having me as a guest to speak about something I'm so passionate about. Because tonight's event will help so many victims of terror all across the world. Donate generously to this fantastic cause and make this a night worth remembering. Because the other thing that unites us all is that we want peace. Am I right? Do we all want to live in peace together? No, I can't hear you. Do we all want to live in peace? That's what we need to remember for tonight. We all want to live in a beautiful world that's safe for us, safe for our loved ones, and safe for our children. So once again, thank you so much, RHC, for having us here, and for really doing so much for such a good cause. I know that so many victims of terror will be helped by your generosity tonight. Now, are you ready to get back to the show? Because coming on stage, I'm very, very honored to introduce actually a friend of mine. She needs no introduction because every time she sets foot on the stage, she sets it on fire. She's glamorous, she's gorgeous, she has so many